Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Now obviously we have literally done all kinds of anchors. We started out with the blocks, the bricks, started into some of the drywall stuff. We're going to continue rolling with the drywall anchors, and this one here is called the drywall toggle anchor. Now I will tell you, this one, I really like this one. I'm pretty partial to this one actually. These things are pretty phenomenal, if you ask me. They are pretty daggum stout. Now, let me read you what it says, because I don't know that it will do this, but I know what it says. And we've already put a cinder block on this board right here with these anchors right here. Remember what they're called? Well, if you don't, there'll be a video coming up at the end for you to check that out. A block, it will hold. Now this one claims to do up to 100 pounds. So how do we install these? Because sometimes you look at things, you're like, well, let's open up and find out. But first, let's talk about what tools you need. Now, you can really do this without a drill. Some people tend to use a drill. And since most people, maybe not all people, but some people don't have a drill, we're gonna do it by hand, which I hate, but we're gonna do it by hand. Just so you guys can see how easy this is. Now, what I'll do is I'll run it in by hand here, and then what I'll do, I'll put the camera behind here and I will show you what it looks like going in so you guys can have a good idea of what it looks like from the backside when you puncture through. You can see what it does, and we'll put the block on at the end and we'll see if it holds. Let's go ahead and open this thing up and we'll look at it. I've used a pile of these things. These things are really, really nice actually. Now these are the same concept with the screw as the wall claw. So that's what these are called. I gave you plenty of opportunity to think, and you didn't want to think, so you push this in, you tap it in, so you need a hammer or screwdriver or whatever, tap it in, and then you'll finish it off with a screwdriver. Now let's read the directions so we can get a good understanding. We'll put one in and I'll show you. Now, it says no pre-drilling. That's great. Required toggle bar swivels to provide secure hold, great for shelvings, mirrors, and more. So all you do is use a number 2 Phillips screwdriver, press anchor tip slightly into the drywall, applying pressure, turn anchor until flush with drywall, and arrows on the head of the anchor point up and down. All right, so what happens, you put this in here like this and you start screwing it and it opens up. Now, the reason why you need these arrows, as you see them right there on there, they go up and down, is because when this opens up like this, all right, you have it. Let me hold it right there. You have it so it's got the most force. That is showing you with the arrows up and down which way this will hold. So it's important. I'm not saying you can't put it the other way, because you probably could. So let me get my Phillips tip. We're gonna push it in here. I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna bring you a little closer, show you guys, and how easy this is. Put it in this way, take the camera around back and show you, and you guys can see how it looks. So what you guys didn't know is when I was swapping the battery out, I forgot to plug the microphone back in. So that last little bit you probably didn't hear but crappy audio. So let's go ahead and put this in. We'll put it in right here. We know that there's no stud because that's obviously important. There's no stud in here. Now you need to make sure when you're doing this that you know there's no stud in here, or a pipe or a wire or whatever, because if there is, you see the length of the sucker, chances are it potentially could go through it. So you need to make sure that you know what's behind your wall, if you can. Sometimes you can't, sometimes you can. If you don't know, definitely get someone to help you, like a contractor or whatever. So I'm gonna tell you right now that I'm gonna tap it in. It says you can push it in, but I'm just gonna go ahead and tap it on in. All right, now we want actually we want it like this. So because the arrows need to go up and down, right? So we'll put it in, all right, we'll turn it until the arrows are, that's embarrassing, are up and down. Then we will take our screw and we'll put it in. Wow, that's really embarrassing actually. All right, this is round 2 because I blew it out. I shouldn't hit it, I guess. But basically, we'll just push it in this time. We will make sure that the arrows are up and down. I think it's probably better if I don't hit it in. embarrassing again. Let's see if I can get it to sit this time. Wow, still don't want to sit. So this is going to be round 3, guys. Now I'm going to be honest with you. This is usually not the way it happens. You see, this is 1, there's 2. And what happened was I pushed it in and it blew out. So I've never really had that honestly happen. So this time, what I'm going to do is I am going to make myself a hole. And then I'm going to push it in that way. Because I think honestly, it may be better if I do it that way and just kind of rock it back and forth. Let's see if that actually helps any. Because the other way, like it said to do, didn't work. Usually it always works, but let's see. This is round 3. It looks like it may actually work this time around. Thank goodness, huh? Yep, that's what it needed. Now, you obviously would put something here. Yeah, so that's what it needed. We'll go ahead and tighten her all the way tight. So there, it's tight. So I will say that, that's a hard one because usually it doesn't do that. So it may just because of this wall is like that. But you know, this is real life stuff, guys. I want you to see, you know, what I'm talking about, what could potentially happen. So you guys would know if you ever do use these. So you guys would know what to be, you know, you're up against. Because honestly, that could happen. I mean, you know, this is real world, right? Like I told you. So let's get the camera out. Take this out. You obviously would not be able to do this if the wall wasn't open like. So what I'll do is I'll just push it in like I did these two, and if it does exactly the same thing, I'll move over a little bit so we can see. If it does exactly the same thing, then we know that maybe that is not the route to go, and like I just now showed you, maybe the route to go. Hey, I'm just trying to show you guys real life scenarios because not everything is as perfect as it is on camera. All right, so what we're going to do, like I mentioned, we're going to go ahead and push this in, kind of like it says to do on the package. So we'll put it in like I did the other one. Now watch, this time it probably will be all right, but we'll find out. So we'll see. You know what? That time it actually worked good. So that's actually good. So it may have just been that part of the sheetrock, and you can see, I hope, it tightening up. See my lights back here? I hope it's not too distracting. Boom. Now it's good and tight, yeah? Now, what we want to do is we want to take, like I mentioned, the block, which I'm not exactly sure how much it weighs, but I want to find out, and we're going to switch to camera angles again, and we're going to see. All right, so with my 1-hole strap on there, I got it pretty well tight with the cinder block. We're going to see just how much it will hold. So let's see if it'll hold. Make sure if it falls, it ain't gonna hurt nothing, like my feet or anything else. We'll get back just in case. So there you have it. It's pretty stout. I mean, you can see it's, don't look at the mess behind there, but you can see it's I mean, it's holding it. I mean, there you go. I mean, I'm moving it around, nothing happened. So it's definitely doing what it says it does. And I believe this one here, in my opinion, is stronger than the wall cloth. It looks like it to me anyway, but that's where I'm gonna go with. I think that one's a lot stronger than the wall cloth. All right, well, there you have it, guys. You know, these easy anchors, they didn't do what they said they did right away. You know, and so what happened was I got off the video because I was very concerned. Why did it do that, you know? And as you saw from when I put the camera behind there, you saw all the compromised drywall, I think, when I was tapping it in and then pushed it in. I think what happened was all this area was already compromised anyway because, you know, I had this hole already in here, right? And I had this hole already in here and this one. So I believe, in my opinion, just my opinion, when I put it in there, it was already broken up anyway from me pushing this in, that it probably was just at its weakest point. Normally you wouldn't put, you know, 2 anchors side by side anyway, so, you know, there's that. So what we'll have to do next go around is move the anchors or flip the board over or something, because we have to make sure on the next video when I do, which is going to be very shortly, that we, you know, have it actually perform like it's supposed to. Now, you know, I could edit all that out, redo the video, but I don't want to, because I want you guys to see that how important it is to just be very careful. I mean, these things are pretty daggum good, you know. I have to say, you know, I like them. Now here it says, I just saw here, it says, weight on the package reflects maximum projected load in a 1/2 inch drywall, which that's what we have. These will work up to 5/8 of an inch drywall, which most homes are 1/2 inch anyway. For safety in ceiling applications, says a maximum weight of 50 pounds is recommended. So no more than 50 pounds in the ceiling. Do not over tighten your anchor. Do not use for mounting televisions. And then you can go to their website and see. I'll leave links down below where you can get these things. If you want to see the wall claw in action, definitely check right here, guys. Click on that video. I think that one, you'll be pretty impressed with it because they are pretty nice. Click on that video. I'll see you guys there. If you like what you see, like and subscribe. God bless. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a great day.